It is Red Alert Global League Season 17 Masters Division week number 2, I think this game is. And we have the current reigning champion from RAGL Season 16, Fazzz, in his maroon color, up against the challenger, the newcomer, the first time tournament participant, Gargamel, in his now already established green color. Gargamel having qualified for Masters Division by being a dominant force on the OpenRA ladder for the last 2 years, and finally decides to join the official tournament circuit. And Fazzz, of course, he's been around for around almost 3 years now, I think. One of the fastest rising stars we have seen in OpenRA history, but still it took him 3 seasons before he finally managed to win the championship last year. The map is Jungle Boogie, a huge map, lots of single mine ore patches, which means you will see lots of movement, lots of MCV movement, lots of expanding. And then, crucially, corner gem mines hidden behind the bridges. So you need to get your NG into the bridge to repair it. And then have your ore truck harvest across the bridge. So far, nothing fancy here. Mirrored build, both players going for a double ref opener, double ref into War Factory. Both players going for the safest oil derrick in the corner first, and then securing the perimeter around the next oil derrick. Very respectful start here. Both players, placing lots of rifle scouts to make sure no surprise comes their way. This, of course, is a pairing of 2 players that we could see going into the top 4, into semifinals. We have 11 players in the group stages, going round robin, 2 games each, and then the top 4 go into semifinals, knockout style semifinal and final round. Hey Phil, and cheers to everybody else here. BD, Kalion, Mega Tank still there? Yeah, fantastic. Gargamel with the first Ranger action takes out Fazz's scouts. No light vehicle from Fazzz yet. And Gargamel. I was about to say he seems to move out his MCV again because his build queue was empty for just a second there. But no, he builds the expansion MCV. I mean, yeah, the move out here with just single ore patches just doesn't pay off, I would say. The one thing I could imagine, if you just straight out base push. Triple ref base push. The distance is not gigantic. I mean, it's already a long travel. You have to cross over here and then push in there, I think. Yeah, but that's the wonky random all-in strategy. Not a safe bet, and these two obviously respecting one another. Again, very similar movements. Fazzz immediately going for the corner for the gem mines. Gargamel stopping for an ore patch first. Does he still have the NG? Okay. Gem mining expansion, gem mining expedition established for Fazzz. And Fazzz setting up his signature white concave, white army formation across the middle of the map. And Gargamel decides to forego the momentarily forego the corner gem mine. And instead, yeah, establishes control over the middle of the map and gets immediately rewarded with 3 suicidal rocket soldiers. But here comes the white concave from Fazzz. Oh, but he's walking straight into pillboxes there. That's not a good angle to attack here, and this is gonna be so close. Heavy tanks rolling forward for Fazzz, but does he have the mass to push into the base? No more heavy tanks. I think this is gonna wind down. And let's call it a draw. Maybe slightly, yeah, probably slightly in favor of Gargamel. He actually has a decent army lead now. Wow. One heavy tank tried to sneak into the backlines there. Oh, perfect combo of Tesla coil and flame tower deterring this incursion. Yeah, so Gargamel not capitalizing on his momentarily army lead here, and now Fazzz has caught up again, and this engagement, I wanted to say turns it around in his favor again, but no, they end up very close. And yeah, Fazzz is ahead now. Those 5 or more flamers that he had in this army definitely paid off. They did a hell lot of damage. And I think this is over pushing it from Gargamel. Yeah. He wanted to keep the pressure up, but didn't have the mass to sustain that. Now with if he had deployed and added base defenses here, that would have been a much better situation for him. Now I feel like he's just, or rather Fazzz is just snowballing him. Oh, locust harvesting, look at that. 6 ore trucks on that single mine. Oh, that's one stopped harvesting because it doesn't scan, so that's a problem. Didn't scan the new gems hidden in the shroud. Or hidden in the fog of war rather. Transport helicopter from Gargamel but that did not achieve anything. I wonder if it was if it even was intentional or if it was a misclick. And now Fazzz is putting on the pressure. Base push here at the front door. Army knocking at the back door. And yeah, he has the mass advantage to start splitting double prong attack into the economy of Gargamel, and I think the champion will prevail in this game. He has a super strong economy established. And he is producing like crazy. He's not even floating. Probably also... Okay, now he's mining the gems again. Somehow Gargamel is keeping up in army value. But the question is, how long can he sustain this? With the economic deficit that he's at. I see a tech center out for Gargamel, so we're just moments away from hearing Tanya entering the field. That might give Fazzz something to think about. But yeah, he managed to completely dismantle Gargamel's economy here. Tanya taking care of business. Oh, nice snipe on that MCV. And more ore trucks finding their grave. Tanya just coming in, probably gonna save the day here. And still Gargamel somehow with a decent army wanted to go for the counter attack, but got caught out by Fazz's army here. And if he can push through, if he can pull the heavies in front, can kill both tech buildings, then I think we're gonna hear the GG in a few seconds. Is Tanya still around? Not sure. Where did she go? Where did she die? And yeah, that's GG. 1 up for the defending champion. Good game, and we got one more. Battle control initialized. And so, once again, the challenger Gargamel from the Chinese OpenRA community up against Fazzz from the UK, the reigning champion. And the map is called Up for Disaster, made by constant team game player Master. And we have quite a few capturables here. So 2 oils per player, the hospital in the middle, and then forward command center that give build radius if you capture them. Fazzz should be 3 years into OpenRA now. And I think it's his fourth season of RAGL. or third? No, it should be the... this is his fourth, yes. He needed 3 attempts to win the championship. And he's the last season's champion, so... He had 2 seasons before that where he made it into semifinals and or finals. So yeah, he was a very strong StarCraft 2 player, and he has been grinding the ladder for 2 years, basically dominating the OpenRA ladder for a year and a half. And yeah, probably if you go by how many ladder games people have played and how I up on the ultimately they ended, or he's the most skilled player and the one from the top players who has played by far most ladder games in his career. So other top players usually kind of show up and play RAGL, and that's it. And Fazzz is championship material, and he's grinding the game. So took him 3 months to get to championship material level. Yeah, I think it took him around 3 weeks to get accustomed. First two or 3 weeks I was still able to beat him, and then after that I had no chance anymore. Alright, so again, storytelling distracts me from the game. Fazzz manages to get his comm center, 1 oil derrick, didn't manage to cap or decap the 2nd oil derrick from Gargamel, but lost an NG in the attempt. Deductive build order assessment, regular double ref from both, right? Yeah, with the exception that Fazzz has already placed buildings on his free expansion spot up top. And Gargamel, nope, just a minor slip up with his building queue. Yeah, now brings out another NG. And yeah, not sure about this MCV placement here. Oh wow, yeah, that was a total disaster here. I think we see Gargamel really nervous in this game. What is this? What was this supposed to be? Let's look at the numbers. Yeah, army value is pretty even, but Fazzz has so much map control here. Gargamel needs a fantastic attack, fantastic engagement here. But Fazz's forces are just here to defend, and yeah, this is absolutely not Gargamel's game here. He was going to push it with the MCV, but his army was already completely decimated. Pushed back immediately. And yeah, this looks like Fazzz just snowballing it. Fazzz is pushing his advantage. Gargamel is trying to reinforce, but oh boy, with those flamethrowers mixed in. Finally gets to dismantle the push a little bit. But yeah, with those flamers he could still do massive damage now. Okay, finally. The final pillbox, the final nail in the coffin here. Single heavy tank in the eco lines to not give Gargamel any time to breathe. And yeah, Fazzz has locked down 2/3 of the map. Yeah, this is a tough sell now. Gargamel has to fight for every bit of ore on this map if he wants to keep his economy up. Then again, it's a master map, so you have crazy amounts of eco on the map. Even with just the bottom third of the map, you have a very rich economy. But I mean, if your opponent controls the other 2/3 of the map, you're still at a disadvantage. But let's see. Last game, yeah, Gargamel, despite everything, managed to somehow keep up in terms of army value for a very long time. Despite being pushed back, managed to tech up. Speaking of which, yeah, Radar Dome almost ready for Gargamel. And I didn't spot any radar tech for Fazzz yet. Another engagement in the middle of the map and another engagement going in favor of Fazzz. So once again, they were almost back to even in terms of army value, and now Gargamel has to rebuild from scratch. 4k behind. I mean, this is not massive, not game ending in absolute numbers. Single heavy gets a kill on one ore truck, and Fazzz just walks into a pillbox, but he has 25 rockets in this army. As soon as they start shooting, they make very short work of the pillboxes. And this is going to be a very short-lived radar dome as well. Gets one artillery out, and that's it for radar tech. I don't think he managed to build a helipad. And there goes the artillery. Manages to kill off the heavy tank in the back lines. But two more heavies going at it, going at Harvester Hunt. While Fazzz is regrouping his army, and look at how many rockets does he have. That's crazy. 24 rifles, 21 rockets. It was an even split a few seconds ago. Okay, those two heavies got dismantled. And Gargamel is again trying his best to recover economy and army value, but he's down to 5 ore trucks, 4 ore trucks right now. And this is just gonna... The earnings graph is gonna plummet in a moment, and yeah, there goes the GG. No prisoners. Fazzz initiating Gargamel into the Big Boys League, into Red Alert Global League Masters Division. And yeah, we'll see whether their paths cross again. They would have to meet again in semi or final round. if both of them qualify for that, and the luck of the draw gives us the rematch. For now, GG's, and good luck to both of these players for their campaign. Really curious to see if we get another chance to see them square off.